Hello Libra, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of August 2019, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of July. See what is in store for you for August. So the first card for representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Three of Spades. So the Three of Spades here indicates that towards the beginning of the month, you might be feeling a bit heavy in your mind, like a lot of thoughts, even like some of them are triggered by your families and friends, your son, your kids, and those type of things that are screwing around in your mind. And I do see that you are a bit stressful in the beginning of the month. This card can be also like you might be having like a heartbreak recently, and this also carry on to the month of August. Be mindful here that the month of July there are two eclipses happening. Both are the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses, so that possibly have to do with something in your life that are ended. Possibly it can be also a kind of a loving relationship, or can also be a jobs, or can also be moving houses and things like that. That also can be trigger. That's why this card is coming out in the beginning of the month. But I do not see anything like major kind of things that are screwing around a bit further than the beginning of the month. I think in the beginning of the month is also still spilling over from the Mercury retrograde cycle, so that's the reason why it come out in your spread. So the second card here to represent the influence card or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month, you have the Six of Diamonds. So this card is actually pretty good. Towards the middle of the month, you might be getting like some kind of gift or some kind of rewards of your hard work. It can also be like your boss might be giving you a raise or a little bit bonus and things like that. Or it can also be like something that you haven't discovered yet, but suddenly it's actually yours. So something like you actually don't know that you actually entitled to get this, like subsidies or allowance or things like that in your current job, but then in the end you find out and actually you are entitled for that. So it's also pretty nice. Other than that, if you are looking for applying for a loan or mortgages, this can also be one of the things that possibly help you out on getting the the job itself on the forefront. And also like you will get also the bank approval and things like that also. So the next that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Four of Clubs. So this is pretty interesting because you are coming out from the 4 to 3. So before it was balanced in some way, but possibly the conflict is coming out in the beginning of the month. So this was actually not really spill over from the past because of this card. So that card actually, everything was okay in the past in some way, but you might be getting those conflicts or problems in the beginning of the month, and that's one of the things that you might be feeling a bit harsh and a bit hard in the beginning of the month. So there's a heavy on your mind in the beginning of the month, but in the past it looks like everything was properly like appropriately settled, and you have everything you need. I think in the past you also might be renewing your renewing your relationship with your families and friends, people that you haven't touched before, like for a long time. So you want to make amends to them and start over again. So the next that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the Ace of Diamonds. So the Ace of Diamonds here indicates that in the past you have learned that any changes or any new things that you have in the past is actually something that you have like work really hard for. So there's nothing like a free gift in your life. Like everything that you have right now is actually something that you earn it. You do your part and you work hard for it so that you get it away. So that's the reason why you are feeling like everything has to be done in place and everything has to be you know gone in a certain way that you want. That's what it is. So the next card, you're representing the things that you need to let go of. You have the seven of spade. So the seven of spade here indicates that in the past you might be getting like a lot of people that are actually pretending to be your friend, but actually they are not, and actually something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because actually you don't have any problem with them, but actually since they are pretending to be your friend, like that they are not really your friend, but then you needed to respond accordingly, like you cannot pretend. So now it's everything has to be over. Sometimes you need to say no, if you know that they are not really faithful on dealing with you. You should be upfront. You should be telling them that, are you sure that you are my friend, or are you sure that you are doing truly from your heart, and things like that. So you need to be honest with them. Tell them exactly what you feel, to clarify the whole thing. Sometimes like people are not really who they are, and not really meant to judge you in certain way, or not really behaving certain way in your view, and things like that. So it's always good to clarify with them. So the next card is representing the future cards towards the end of the month. You have the Ace of Clubs. So the Ace of Clubs here indicates that I think in the future you will get sometimes like a new reveal of new projects, or a new set of jobs that you have been waiting for, possibly because of the gift that you will get in the middle of the month. For some of you, if you are looking for a new job, so those jobs will come over you towards the end of the month, and therefore it looks like that you have been waiting for this for quite some time. I do see that is something like a blessing towards the end of the month for you, and this is also something that you are truly grateful if you are getting this for you as well. So be careful on signing any contracts beforehand, because of the Mercury retrograde's shadow still ongoing after the retrograde goes direct. So it's better to wait if you can. Otherwise, you have to read the whole fine through if you are taking the offer or signing a contract and things like that. I do see that there is a new commitment here by the end of the month. See what is the last card for you, representing the clarifying card. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Diamonds. So the Two of Diamonds here indicates that overall in the month of August you will be like dealing with a lot of people. You will be dealing with a lot of new things as well. So be careful and be discern about your behavior. So try not to be overreact on certain things or on certain changes that you will have, and by then you will be able to cope with any like responsibilities, a lot of like any set of conversation or new rules that are coming up. And also with this card you will be extremely busy, so that's why you need to balancing out with your personal life and your love life towards also your work life as well. So I think it's gonna be a good month. Just only the beginning of the month you might be a bit patient on that. Don't be judgmental toward other people as well. And yeah, I think that's gonna be a good month for you. So I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notification every time we publish a new video. If you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email, and see you next month. Thank you.